Career ladders. Article author, Anvar Bakiev. This is stupid, but it corresponds to human nature. People come up with hierarchical ladders, and then climb them. I, too, am a human being, and here I will describe 4 steps that objectively exist in the modern business world. This is a hierarchy according to the way you make money. Salary. An employee goes to work selling his personal time to the employer. It is assumed that during working hours the employee is engaged in activities determined by the owner. In practice, this often results in a positional war, where the lower classes are trying to work less and get more, and the tops are trying to squeeze something out of them. Example, a seller in a grocery store. Percentage. Here the specialist receives money for the result he has achieved. A simple agreement, the employer provides the tools with which the specialist achieves the agreed result. For this, he receives up most part of the profit brought by the specialist. Example, an insurance agent. Or like this, an entrepreneur buys from a specialist the result of his work, which in itself is not interesting to the end consumer. Example, a cutter makes patterns from which clothes are then sewn. Fee. My own boss. He has all the necessary resources. He himself produces a product ready for use. The result of his labors is easily sold, and he does not need intermediaries. Example, massage therapist. Profit. Actually an entrepreneur. He organizes the work of people in such a way that they get theirs, and he gets what he deserves. Depending on the project, it can attract representatives of each level, paying them accordingly. By the way, the investor is also a representative of the 4th level. It's just that his contribution is money. Otherwise, everything is the same. Example, the owner of 2 stalls. What kind of hierarchy is this? What exactly is being improved here? Why do I propose to consider the 4th level higher than the 1st? Obviously, this is not a standard of living. The middle manager of a large oil company often earns on a salary several times more than a private hairdresser. It happens that a successful salesman in a car dealership can afford a car better than the owner of the studio. An entrepreneur in general can end up in a big minus as a result, if it comes to that. It is convenient for me, a graduate of the Faculty of Mathematics, to talk about this in terms of probability theory. Let's say a certain secretary can say with a 95% probability that he will receive $400 as a salary this month. And with a probability of 99%, he knows that his income will fit into the interval from 350 to 450 of the same CU, but a tutor can have a wave of clients, and he will earn $2,000 USD. And there may be 2 permanent students, from whom you can take about $300 United States dollars. In other words, the spread of values, and with it the degree of uncertainty of future income, increases. And for the entrepreneur, the lower limit is already in the red. There is a danger of burning out. In short, those higher up in our hierarchy live in a less defined world. With less guarantees, with more chances. Their world is less stable, it is more fluid and changeable. And as a result, the entrepreneur sees the passage where the mercenary sees the fence. But the employee has the opportunity to rely on a firm rule, and the owner clearly sees the fragility and illusory nature. And leaning on him is more difficult. It takes courage to live in an unstable world. It takes courage to lay down laws for others. It takes courage to make decisions and take responsibility for your own decisions. And to live in a world of stability is easy. You can quit work, not bringing it to the result and justifying yourself with the efforts and impenetrable difficulties. You can stupidly follow the order of a superior, even if it obviously leads to a dead end or to losses. It's still not for me to answer. You can blindly believe in how others should behave, and then be offended and indignant for hours if they acted, not by the rules. In general, self-pity and other options for empty pastime are the privilege of employees. Those above will answer. In a word, the more freedom, the harder it is to live. Why are there people who aspire upward, to this heavy freedom? In fact, we all understand that the world is one for all. And this is not a world of stability. And to see this chaos, most people are prevented only by their fear. And their calmness in life is nothing more than the confidence of a blind man who does not notice the imminent danger. We pay for our right to go through life with our eyes closed. We pay our guides who open their eyelids and notice a little more. We pay the government. And through them, to scientists, the military and others. We pay insurance companies. We pay employers. And we pay, I remind you, with the time of your own life. Life. The stability of the world is man-made and imaginary. Yes, you can buy yourself some confidence in the future from your employer. But where is the guarantee that it will not go bankrupt? Sinking in Titanics. Where is the guarantee that you will not be run over by a car? Who will guarantee that you will not remain indebted to your native company until the end of your life? Who is most afraid of losing their job? Who has been inconvenienced for years? Right. Employees of the most stable organizations. Especially those who over the past few years have never made any decisions, have never set any goals for themselves and have not achieved them, respectively. Those who are accustomed to the care of superiors, strict but fair. And even at all, tyrants. And who then complains for the rest of their lives that they were treated unfairly? And the most offensive, by closing your eyes, you deprive yourself of all the benefits of vision. You not only do not see the approaching danger, which means you cannot avoid it, but you are also forced to miss absolutely fantastic opportunities that life constantly gives us. Not to mention such an unimportant thing as beautiful views around. A strange choice, to change the living world to a dead one. Change the fullness of sensations for the boredom of illusory stability. To change real rich prospects for the self-deception of a clear knowledge of a painted future. And as a result, it's stupid to be angry at freer people who know how to make money out of thin air, and, in general, belong to some other, special world. A world in which change promises new opportunities and gains, and not a threat to an established existence. A world where no one tries to hide from restless winds. On the contrary, they harness sails, build mills. A world in which both incredible luck and unprecedented freebies are possible. A world where insurmountable obstacles can be overcome with a single phone call, and the voluntary efforts of many people miraculously turn out to be beneficial to you personally. A world where creativity and play rule. And the surrounding chaos tickles the nerves.